So as scary as that thought is, we are halfway through 2014. That is just insane! So in these past 6 months, I've read nearly 65 books. No big deal. And today I thought I'd share with you 5 different books that I want to recommend to you guys that you probably haven't heard of. These are all books that I've read in 2014 that I really haven't heard anyone talk about on BookTube or heard a lot of people talk about on Goodreads or the internet or whatever. So I definitely think they deserve more hype than they get, and I really want to share them with you guys, so I'm just going to get right into it. So the first book I want to show you guys is The Program by Suzanne Collins. This book was phenomenal. I literally don't even have a lot to say about it, just because all I want to tell you guys is how it was just amazing. Basically, suicide becomes an international epidemic, so when you show signs of depression, they cart you off to something called The Program, where they remove your depression, but your memories as well. So this is about a girl named Sloane whose boyfriend gets sent into the program, and then she gets sent into the program, and it's all about her journey through the program and her finding her boyfriend again and them trying to piece together their lives because they don't have any memory of it. It's very fast paced. It's kind of a dystopian, I guess, because suicide isn't actually an epidemic, but I definitely recommend it. There's also the sequel called The Treatment, which is about the aftermath of the program, obviously, and how they recover from it. This one is just as good, if not better. I really loved both of these. Both the characters are so attractive, and there's just so much you can relate to it, I think. It's just really, really interesting. It's one great dystopian duology, I think is the word. The next book I want to show you guys is called The Song Will Save Your Life by Leila Sales. This book hit home for me more than any book I've ever read. I related to it on such a personal level that it literally felt like it was my diary. It was ridiculous. It's about this girl named Elise. Basically, she doesn't have a lot of friends, and she doesn't fit in school. And one day she's just walking randomly and she finds this nightclub, and it's all about her, you know, having this secret life of being a DJ at a nightclub. And it's really, really cool. It's not just about music. And you don't have to specifically like the type of music to get into it. It focuses on so many bullying and friendship and fitting in and stereotypes and family and suicide, and just there's so much in this book. It doesn't even look that big, but it's so amazing. I'm getting like overwhelmed thinking about it because this book is so good. I really want more people to read this book because it is just so personal. I didn't really say it before, but The Song Will Save Your Life is a contemporary novel. So next I have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is a mystery novel. It is the first in an upcoming series. Basically, it's about this girl who's just really good at reading people and she doesn't think much of it, but one day a recruiter of the FBI comes and tells her that there's a program for kids who are especially gifted in profiling. She goes because her mother has been murdered years ago and they never found her body, and she thinks it'll help her find her mother. And it's all about her unfolding the case of her mother as well as getting used to this FBI program. And it's really, really cool. I literally finished it in under 3 hours. That is how involved I got in this. I'm really, really excited for the upcoming series just because I just don't want this book to end. Like, I want it to go on forever. Especially if you like shows like SVU and Criminal Minds, this is definitely the book for you. It is really, really good. It's really, really interesting, even if you're not into crimes, investigation, stuff like that. But I definitely recommend it because it's just so good and I need somebody to talk about this with. Next I have After Party by Anne Residich-Stampler. I don't know why I like this book, but I do. At first I was like, this book is kind of dragging, but like not that far into it I got really, really, really into it. It's about this girl Emma who's like a goody two-shoes, and she moves to California and she meets her best friend Saban, I think her name is. But Saban is the total opposite. She's very rebellious and wild, and there's this thing called After Party at their school where at the end of the year there's just this crazy party, you know, there's just drugs and drinking and sex and just like the ultimate high school party. And so they compile a list of things that they want to do before it, and so it's all about Emma breaking her shell and like leaving Emma the good behind and becoming Emma the bad. And it's really, really cool. Just there's major plot twists in it and it's just so good. I really, really enjoyed reading it, and I think you guys should read it too. None of the characters' first impressions are really who they actually are, and I just really liked uncovering the truth behind each of the characters' actions. It's just a really good read. It's kind of long for like a one-book contemporary novel, but I really, really enjoyed it. It's really, really interesting and cool, and I definitely think you guys should read it. And lastly, for my unheard book recommendations for 2014, I have The Testing by Joelle Charbonneau. I think I pronounced that right. Basically, this is a dystopian series about a girl named Sia. The world is kind of like when you reach graduation day at school, you can get accepted for the testing, which is a number of tests that you have to go do through university. And so Sia gets picked, and the night before she leaves, her father tells her that he can't remember anything from the testing, and he has terrible nightmares about gruesome, gruesome things, and just to not trust anyone, and just see all these crazy things about the testing. So she goes in very, very nervous, and it's all about her going through the testing, you know, each stage of it, and it just gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. And it's really, really good. I literally just finished it today, and I cannot wait to finish reading the series. I really recommend this book. It was so encapturing, and there was just so much to it. Sia is just one of the greatest characters I've ever read about. She's definitely like top 5 female protagonists ever. She's such an attractive character. I think anyone who enjoyed The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner, what else? Divergent, they all like are compiled into this one novel. I'm reading it and I'm just like, oh, this is so nice, like it reminds me of this, but not to the point where it's like an exact copy. It is just such a good mix of dystopian trilogies that I just love it. I'm filming a review of this, I think, tomorrow, so that'll be up soon. I'm very, very excited to see what you guys think of it, because I really want you guys to read this book. So read it and then we can just fangirl over it because it's so perfect. So those are my unheard of book recommendations for 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you have read any of them, leave them below. If you're interested in reading any of them, tell me below. When you finish reading any of them, tell me and leave it below, because I really love all of these books, and I definitely want them to be more popular. You know, I think a lot of books are overrated, and these are so underrated. Like, I don't know if it's just nobody talks about them enough, or like just not enough people know about them, but it is so good, and I really recommend all of these books. I hope you guys pick up at least one, and my synopsises were like attractive to you and makes you want to read them. But I think that's all for now, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon with a new video or review or whatever I feel like making. Bye!